Well, welcome back to the Casual Opinions podcast, a podcast that has interrupted my viewing of Lightyear on Disney Plus.
Oh, really?
Um, yeah,
I
that's okay
liked
though.
it.
I wanted to do this. Yeah, I've liked the first hour of it so far.
It's fun.
Um, yeah, it is fun.
Yeah.
Now, I would say it's better than the Batman. We'll
Yeah.
see how it finishes. It is also not 3 hours long, which is a big plus. Um, it's kind of like my gauge of movies this year is do I like it more or less than the Batman? And then it's just kind of like somewhere
It's
on that
usually
side.
yes, though, right?
It seems to have been yes more often than not.
Has there been one that
Uh,
you've liked Batman over it?
I would say so. I'd have to look it through my list. I don't. Well, I watched a couple of real stinkers
Fair.
on Hulu. There were a couple on Hulu that were just absolute trash. Um, there was one called The Requiem, which was a shark movie. Terrible, and I usually love shark movies.
Fair.
Um, I there was I think I like Batman more than I liked the Fantastic Beast movie, the
Mm,
Secrets of Dumbledore or
no, I
whatever.
actually like that one better.
Mm.
And also I watched that one Ben Affleck movie. It was supposed to be like the sexy crime thing. Like I think it's
Ana
Deep
de
Water.
Armas.
Yeah, with her. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
called Deep Water. That movie was miserable. Um, so I don't know that.
Fair enough.
See.
Fair enough.
But yeah, Lightyear's been pretty fun. I'll probably finish it after this. Um, Ray is also very good, but Bailey hasn't seen it, so we won't spend uh, time talking about Prey.
Such a
Suffice,
good noise.
suffice to say that movie goes pretty freaking hard, especially
does.
the second half of the movie, just like really just all gas, no
Home
brakes.
run.
Yeah, I'm
Good.
a fan. But we can talk more about Prey as we go. What we're gonna do today is we're gonna talk mostly about um, Warner Brothers Multiverses, which seems to be the only
Woohoo.
competent Warner Brothers property right now. It seems like
Oh
Warner
my god.
Brothers and HBO and the world is really on fire. But there's one shining ray of hope in it all, and it's Multiverses, the new game that is out now. I think it's ending its beta,
Yeah, something like that. Pretty
then it's
soon.
going to be getting into its official run here. So we could talk a little bit about that, and then we kind of came up with our own. That was our task for the day, was to come up with our own sort of Smash Brothers, multiverses, PlayStation All Stars type brawler rosters and things, and we'll get to that in a minute. I think everybody's always fantasized about this character or that character joining Smash. Like everybody's Goku. Goku's gonna be in Smash. Goku's gonna
That
be
will
in
never
Smash.
happen, unfortunately.
It never will, but that would be so cool.
In Fortnite, though.
He's in Fortnite. Jesus Christ.
Not yet, but he will.
Yeah, and so is Vegeta, and is it Beerus?
Yeah, it's Goku,
And then
Vegeta,
there's
Beerus, and an unknown female is what it was.
named.
So I'm waiting to get more leaks.
Yes, Dragon Ball very limited on their females, so I'm not sure who
Right.
that would be.
I think like 18 or Kefla.
Oh yeah, Kefla Simps. Bulma uses
Could
guns.
be. Yeah, she does.
Stuff,
So does
so.
Chi Chi.
But yeah, Multiverses came out. I guess the beta came out a couple of weeks ago. It's a Smash Brothers style game using Warner Brothers properties. The main focus of this is 2-on-2 sort of tag team matches. Seems to be like what they're trying to highlight here, which I've enjoyed certain aspects of that. One thing that I really like is there's different classes of characters. So like some of the characters, in order to get the best out of them, you do need to do the 2-on-2 stuff. Like certain characters are like support class
Yeah, I
characters,
think I like
and
just discovered that.
yeah, and some characters have moves that like don't really do damage but buff their teammates.
Mm-hmm.
So like I
Wonder
really
Woman's
like to
got
play
a
it.
shield. I know that like
Yeah,
shields
yeah.
teammates.
And I like to play as Garnet. And one of her moves is like I think her neutral special just buffs her teammates. Um, and doesn't really do any damage or anything. So I think that that's an interesting interesting approach. I do kind of wish it had more in the offline single player sphere there. That's one thing that I know Caleb really enjoys with all of that stuff. But I don't know, Caleb. I know we've played a little bit. Have you liked it for the most part?
Yeah, I think it definitely is great for its combat. I think it's got really nice combat. At least with when I play as Finn, I feel like the transitions from just like my directional movements is very smooth, and I don't have issues where like in Smash and other games like that, I feel like I try and do like a, I'm doing like forward smash and I try and go into an up smash and it just doesn't register an up smash. But in here, I feel like I don't have that issue as much. But like I said, maybe it's just me playing as Finn. I really like Finn. He's fun. But other than like some of the missing offline elements, I think the game's pretty good. It's very modern. It's got a battle pass. Every game has to have a battle pass now. It's just a little whatever, It's like, do we really need one? But it's fine.
I don't even honestly understand what the purpose of a battle pass is.
It's just to give you cool skins and rewards.
It's just like a level up system,
I have to ask though, while we're talking, what is this toast currency? Do you know what that is?
I have no idea.
Because I'm getting it, but I don't know where to spend it and what to spend it on.
You can, after you complete a match, you can toast other players. If you like click above their name, you can give them a toast, and it basically just converts it into some coins.
Yeah, I have seen people toast, and I can toast back.
Yeah, I think that's what it's for.
Okay, now I'm understanding a little bit.
Yeah. I do agree. I do think the combat's really good. It is pretty fluid and smooth. My complaints are, I wish there was more single player content, and also it's kind of a pain in the ass to unlock the characters.
Yeah, definitely.
Like I think you can play them in the lab even if you haven't unlocked them.
I think maybe even offline, like when you offline, like the one offline that you have.
But if you want to play them in the main modes, you have to purchase them with the coins, and it takes a long time. Like I've only managed. You start with
4.
Start with 4 characters.
Yeah. I've got 2 others unlocked.
I've unlocked 2 others as well, and
Jake is not bad. He's better than Taz.
Yeah, I heard they nerfed Taz pretty hard. Like I think in the alpha, he was just like ungodly OP.
Really?
And
I wish I could have.
They nerfed him. Yeah.
I figured he was going to be good. That's why I got him, but I didn't really care for him.
I will say I do not respect people who play as Superman.
You say that, but I have not had any issues with Superman.
Well, I guess my thing is it's such an easy character to play. Like I guess I feel like, and I don't know, I haven't looked at like tier listings on this, but it feels like Superman's just kind of like a cheesy, hey, you want to do 2 moves and win kind of character.
Well, like Mario.
That's how I feel about Finn. Like personally, like when I play as Finn, I feel like I do 2 or 3 things, and he's so good. Like his little backpack swing, that's kind of like Link's little twirl sword. It's so good. Like,
that's I was about to say, I'm currently maining Finn right now.
Yeah, he's so good. I feel like he's really underrated because I don't see too many people play as him, and I think he's really good.
I have not lost a single match so far, by the way.
It took me a while before I lost one too, but it happened, unfortunately.
Yeah, I've certainly been getting slapped around a little bit more recently.
Yeah.
Yeah, they. I don't know. I just feel like Superman is just a little spammy. I don't know.
Yeah.
He can do his fly back and forth thing, and it's just it doesn't take a lot.
Yeah, Jake is nice because I will say Superman did do the thing where he like grabbed me and he like flew me off the course, and Jake's like recovery, I guess, is like up triangle. He like stretches really far, and I was just able to like stretch right back up to the map. It was really cool.
Yeah. I was trying to see if I could find a tier list for
my friend told me Velma is apparently S tier.
Yeah, Velma.
I've only fought one Velma though.
Yeah, same.
I don't know her
I
moves
don't
though. I've
know.
not played as her, so I don't know.
I beat Velma with Reindog or whatever his name is,
Oh, that weird.
which is
Yeah.
more support than anything, and I still
Mhm.
was able to absolutely
Yeah.
demolish.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm looking at some of the lists here, and they've all got different. They're all in
Takes.
different orders. Yeah,
Yeah.
because like I don't know. Like I said, I like to play as Garnet. This one list here has Bugs, Harley Quinn, Tom and Jerry, and S tier, and then they have
Those Toms
Arya.
are annoying. Tom and Jerry's.
They
Yeah.
are.
Mm-hmm.
They have Arya, Jake, and LeBron James, Shaggy, and Wonder Woman in A. B is Batman, Garnet, Taz, Velma. C is Iron Giant, Ryan Dog, Steven, and Superman. But I'll tell you what, I played yesterday, and I got the shit kicked out of me by a kid playing as Steven. I mean, the way he put up his, like, he basically had his shield set up to where I was like boxed in by these shields, and he was just like ping ponging me around. It's driving me crazy.
I'll say the Iron Giant is way too loud when he dies. Like, I have my volume super low, and he just, and I'm like, oh my god, like tune that down a little bit. Like that is too
Yeah.
loud, too loud.
That's
Iron
why
Giant's-
it's a beta test.
Yeah, that's true.
Got to work out
Iron
these
Giant's
kinks.
fun. He's so big and he's so easy to hit just because his size is so much large. Like I feel like you can just like bounce around Iron Giant, just jack him up, but he can take a lot of hits.
Yeah.
I kind of wish this game would take stuff like that into account. Like the size of a character makes it easier to hit. Maybe damage attacks in general should be like cut in half to make him more
Well,
of
I
a
think-
challenge or something.
I think they might, depending on like the classes.
The class,
Because
yeah, I think they do too.
Oh yeah, I didn't.
'Cause
I,
I was-
didn't really go into that because I saw like Finn was classified as like
Assassin.
assassin.
Yeah, and
Yes,
Jake's
And
a
I was
and
like,
bruiser.
interesting.
I looked at I got Arya from Game of Thrones, and on her description it says that the assassin class characters, they deal extra damage
That's
and
why
they're
I love
fat
them.
and they're fast, but they take like 15% more damage per hit. So
Okay,
yeah,
got it.
yeah.
That's why you
Yeah.
use perks to like damage resist
Reduction.
boosts. or
I
something
admittedly
like
have
that.
not looked too much into those perks, and I don't
Yeah.
like though. I will say you can like train your perks, but it requires
You
the
get-
gold that is so hard
Yes.
to earn. I'm like, I'm
Yeah.
gonna get all of my characters probably before I train any perk.
Absolutely.
Like,
I think that's
no
what
thanks.
most people are trying to do. Is they're just trying to unlock the characters right now before they
Mhm.
start like boosting anything.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of characters, we have a list of characters of our own
Yes,
for our
we
game
do.
here. We were stalling there because Bailey didn't do his homework, but hopefully he has now. We are going to pitch our own rosters and such for our own sort of Smash style fighting games here. In the frame of the original Smash Brothers 64, we have come up with 8 characters for our base roster, 4 sort of unlockable bonus characters. Personally, there's not really any big difference between my base roster and my bonus characters, but whatever.
Same.
4 unlockable characters, 4 stages, and 4 items for our courses here. The rules were basically just don't pick more than 2 from any one franchise. We did that for Caleb because he gets real triggered about the number of Fire Emblem characters in Smash.
Hey, you can do whatever you
So-
want. I don't care.
We did not want to have all that there. So we were going to go through and just break them out into that categories, do our original base rosters, then our bonuses, then our stages and our items, and finish them up that way there on our multiversal
Yes, sir.
Smash stuff here. Does anybody
Just
want
go
to
through. You just want to go through each category just all at once, and then move on to the next person's category all at once, or
That's probably
Yeah, that's probably.
Yeah,
that'd
that's
probably
probably-
be more time sensitive.
yeah, I think so. Rather than doing one at a time.
This is a
Does
lot.
Does anybody want to go first?
I think you could go first.
Yeah,
Well,
go ahead.
thank you for
And
volunteering.
Bailey can go last just in case.
Just in case.
Just in case. Smart. Okay, so my starting base roster here, and I have like a brief little like I'm not a game designer, but I have like sort of an idea of like how I envision some of these characters playing and like why I
Mhm.
picked them. So my first person on my base roster, from one of my all-time favorite TV shows, I have Dipper and Mabel Pines from Gravity Falls.
Are
Oh,
they like
nice.
acting as the same character, like in conjunction?
So on this one, I pictured them as sort of an ice climbers esque
Okay.
duo,
Yeah, that's cool.
where
That's cool.
they're on the screen at the same time. It's one of my favorite shows. Mabel's got a grappling hook in the show, so the grappling hook would probably be implemented in the gameplay there. Dipper's got the journal that has all the magic and stuff from Gravity Falls and stuff in there. So I do kind of picture them as a ice climbers esque duo there, kind of flying around and both on the screen at the same time. Using both elements of their characters there, I think would be kind of fun. So
Yeah,
that was my first one, Dipper and Mabel Pines.
I like that.
My second character, and this is why I was like, okay, if I want this to be like true, like, because if we can choose from anything, like, I kind of thought for a while, like, maybe I'll do a theme, like maybe I want to have a theme. And I was like, let's just like get from everywhere and just be weird with it. So my next one on my roster was actually there's been memes about him potentially being in Multiverses, and it's Walter White from Breaking Bad. Honestly I have no idea how he would play as a fighter in here because even in the show he's definitely not a fighter.
Right.
Now, that does not mean he does not kill, poison, explode things, but I don't know. It could be fun. One of his most famous scenes from the show is he has like this, I don't know, this red sulfate whatever stuff, and he basically just throws it and it explodes like a bomb. So, I don't know. I would picture him like in his yellow meth cooking suit, uh, with all sorts of other methy implements and things of that sort. It would be kind of funny to see. My next character, I went with my weeb pick here, and this one I did in Smash recently. They have like, what do they call them? They call them shadow characters,
Echo Fighters.
echo fighters. So this one I had an echo fighter pairing
I
of
got one of those.
Mikasa and Levi Ackerman from Attack on Titan. They're probably the two most baddest badasses in that show, and I just feel like the ODM gear that they use in Attack on Titan would be potentially super busted in this game. Just being able to zip around real fast with their swords and the guns and the ODM gear, just like they would be super high speed characters. They'd probably be really hard to get off the stage too. Um, it just seems like it would be made for something like this. Like I could see them in like the Hyrule Castle stage on Smash, just abusing that, just zipping all around all those parts there.
Yeah.
So that was my weeb pick. I had to get an anime pick in there somewhere. Um, my next pick is another sort of Echo Fighter one. I picked from actual history. I picked Miyamoto Musashi, who is considered to be like the greatest swordsman and samurai in history. Um, so based off the real person there, but there is a manga called Vagabond, which is based off of his life as well. So he would just be like my sword fighter character in here, traditional sword fighter character there. He does use other weapons beyond swords in history as well, but there is also a another manga called I think it's Usagai Yoyimbo, which is basically just like a bunny rabbit samurai that is actually based off this real samurai in history. So I thought, like, as a skin or as an Echo Fighter, having the bunny rabbit version of him would be fun. Maybe give him like slightly better jumping skills, but not as much hit power or something like that, just to separate the two.
Yeah.
As four for me, this is probably a lot. I think that was 4. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. My next is, and I don't know if Bailey knows this one. I know Caleb knows it because we've talked about it before. I put in Nanosaur from the old computer game Nanosaur.
I love that.
A staple of elementary school
Definitely.
computer lab there. And I was just like, okay, well, I was thinking about maybe putting like Blue from Jurassic World in there, and I was like, well, what if I did something better?
Right.
Because
What if I gave it
Nanosaur
a
is
cannon?
right. Nanosaur is a goddamn time traveling velociraptor with a laser cannon and a jetpack. Like, I
It's
don't know why
awesome.
there has. Yeah, I don't know why there hasn't been more Nanosaur, but just like that would be a lot of fun flying
Yeah, that would be really
around
cool. That would be really
with
cool.
him blasting.
A
I
flying
just started
velociraptor.
blasting.
Just started blasting.
Straight blast. I should have put Frank Reynolds in here.
Oh my gosh, the trash man.
Trash man. My next character, my sixth character, is Rod Kimball from Hot Rod.
Ultimate punch.
Yeah, Ultimate Punch was one reason that I thought of it. He's got his little collapsible police baton. He eventually masters the poop your pants technique, which would be maybe his ultimate smash there.
Yeah.
But also my gimmick for him was he has all the animal totems, right? Bottlenose dolphin and stuff. So my idea was kind of like how Shulk or like
yes,
Hero
I knew it. I knew you were gonna do
works.
that.
And then
He gets,
just like
traits.
let him select his animals in a menu, and then like get his, he does the eagle one, and he can jump higher,
Oh my gosh, that's
Um,
hilarious. That's so funny.
and then like his get on his motorcycle or his little friggin' motorcycle and crash into people and stuff. Yeah, I
That's
thought
good.
a
That's
Rod
good.
Kimball would be fun.
That's funny.
I wanted to do another cartoon character, but I was having a hard time thinking of one, and the one that I landed on and just like couldn't take my mind away from was Schnitzel from Chowder. Uh, Rada Rada, just I just picture him like, I don't know, like a Ganondorf. Like, he's slow,
But strong.
he takes he blasts people.
That's funny.
He gets hit a bunch. He's slow, he doesn't jump very well, but he can just like his regular smashes do like 40 damage right out of the gate.
Oh my gosh, that's funny.
And then my last character on my base roster, I picked Anton Chigurh from No Country for Old Men.
Jesus Christ.
It's quite the roster you have.
Yeah, I told you it was gonna be weird.
Is this game rated M?
It feels
It would
weird
have
to
to
have it be. It feels weird to have it rated M and then have like Schnitzel and
That's true, yeah.
Gravity Falls in there.
Schnitzel just randomly just runs in. He's like, "Rada rada, motherfucker," and it's just like, "Oh, okay."
But I don't know. I just was like, I want somebody else. I went with Chigurh here, just carrying around that air tank and shooting people in the head, and flipping coins and stuff.
Amazing.
Yeah. So that was my base roster there. I've got one anime character. I've got 2 Cartoon Network characters. Got one person from history. I don't know. It's all over the place. I wanted to
quite
just
the
like get
roster.
wanted to get all over
Nice.
the board there. So that's my base roster. I'll do my bonus characters after everybody else does their
Yeah.
base as well.
All right, I will go ahead and go next here. I did go with more of a theme. Bailey kind of sort of gave me the idea. I thought of it myself, but when Bailey said it, it just clicked with me, and I went with a Disney theme. I wanted to make a Disney sort of Smash style game, and that went anything under the Disney umbrella. Anything, if it's
Fair.
sort of owned by Disney, I put it on here. And plus, I mean, technically, we could pick from anywhere, anyways. But yeah, so my first pick in my Smash style fighting game is Mickey Mouse. I felt like I had to put Mickey Mouse in a Disney Smash game. Makes
Fair.
sense.
That's your Mario.
Right, that's my Mario. Yeah. And he would have a generalized move set because there's a lot of different variations of Mickey Mouse where you have like the weird
He puts
Kingdom
on like
of
the
Hearts.
sorcerer hat and starts shooting fire.
Right. So like I figured those could all be skins, but he still just has the same move set. So yeah, you got like the wizard one, you got the Kingdom of Hearts one, you got the black and white one, You could even do possibly a Minnie Mouse Echo Fighter situation there with Mickey Mouse. So that was like my Mario pick. That would be my first pick, the mascot of the Disney game, I guess.
Michael Mouse.
Right, right. My next pick is Luke Skywalker. Had to get Star Wars in there.
There you go.
I figured I could have probably went with like a newer character, but I felt like I had to go with an OG just for if I was thinking like what would draw people in. And I know a lot of people poop on the sequels and prequels. So it's like, we'll just go with an OG. And so I could have went with him or Darth Vader, but I went with Luke Skywalker. Also, I forgot to say this, but I kind of thought this could maybe be considered an X Factor, but I know we're not really doing that. But like I was kind of thinking they would have like 3 smashes, kind of like they did in PlayStation All Stars. So you had like 3 different like finishing moves, I guess you could call them. So I was thinking somewhere along the lines of that. Not that I really thought out what moves that they would have or anything like that, but I did want to just say that. But yeah, and you could also have different skins for Luke too. You know, you got like the Episode 6 outfit, you got the New Hope outfit with like the blue lightsaber and stuff like that. So you got different skin options for Luke, of course. Another classic now sort of Disney character I put in here is Captain Jack Sparrow. Wanted to put Jack Sparrow in there, yeah. And I really, like I said, I more so thought about skins than I did moves. And so I thought, you know, you could have him in his classic attire, you know, with or without like the trench coat and like the hat. So you have a couple different skin options there. You could do him when he was like undead in the Black Pearl as well. Yeah. Just another idea. Next up, I don't know if you guys will recognize the name, but I'll just say it first. You guys know who Jim Hawkins is? No?
No.
He's the main character from Treasure Planet.
Oh, yeah.
The young lad from Treasure Planet. Yeah, I thought that would be an interesting... That's an underrated movie. I mean...
It is. That really is a very good movie.
It is also one of those, simultaneously one of those annoying movies that they see people like, they need to hurry up and make this a live action movie already. I see that like 6 times a year with that movie. It gets a little annoying.
Good. Yeah, I'm good. I don't.
Yeah, but it was like, it's fine. But yeah, I thought he was a cool character. I don't know. He's got some interesting move possibilities there as well.
Yeah.
And then my next is another Disney classic and also a possibility for Echo Fighters or skins. I kind of went with like heroes first, and now I'm kind of going with like the bad guys here. Because I wanted to have like a sort of even amount of heroes and villains. But Scar from Lion King.
Mm-hmm.
You could have Scar in it. Even though I wanted to have an even amount, you could Echo Fighter any of the other lions in that game probably with him. His ultimate, I figured his ultimate could be kind of like some of the ultimates in Smash are like if you get hit, you kind of turn into like a little cutscene, you know. And his cutscene could be just, you know, kicking the character off, and then they get stampeded to death.
Oh, nice.
For his ultimate. But yeah, so I had Scar up there. And then next I have Hades from Hercules. The blue guy. Yeah, I wanted like the classic Disney blue guy.
Bailey's a big Hercules fan.
Yeah. Are you really?
Yeah, no. I think it's good. I just think it's kind of like one of those overrated ones. I think people like it a little too much.
I think it's all right. I don't like
it's fine.
Yeah, it's fine.
I'll watch it, but it's not like, oh, this is my top 5 favorite Disney movies of all time.
Right, but it is. But see, and I also think he is such like you just see him and you know who he is. Like he's got
Hades
such an
is
iconic
cool.
look. Yeah, and so I feel like that would
Hades.
also be a good look and draw for people. Like if they see the game, they're like, oh, okay, yeah, Hades. This is Disney related. You know, that might pull people in. But yeah, so Hades is another pick for my list. And next, this is definitely probably a bigger stretch, but it is technically under the Disney umbrella. And that is the Predator or a Predator would be my game. I wanted some cool picks to also bring people to know this isn't just a kids Disney fighting game.
Sorry, I'm just imagining like Mickey Mouse and the Predator just facing off.
Absolutely.
Like having his kill move be just like a straight up like spine removal by ripping Mickey's head off.
Yeah, it would be brutal. And, you know, there's several different Predator movies, so the Predator looks different in almost every movie, at least a little bit. So there's different skin options there as well for the Predator. And then last on my list, my last villain for this base roster here, I toyed with Magneto at first, but I ended up going with Doctor Doom. Because I actually, Fantastic Four kind of sucks, I admit, but I do like Doctor Doom. And I don't know, I feel like he would be a fun character to play as. Like in a Smash style fighting game, he seemed more for that than Magneto would be. It felt right over Magneto, but I don't really know a whole lot about, Doctor Doom, admittedly, but I picture it and it sounds good, so I went with it. But yeah, that would be my base roster there. I believe that's all of them. I hope you were ready.
Yeah, would your Doctor Doom be some horrible fan-casted Fantastic Four fan-cast Doctor Doom?
Well, he would just be Doctor Doom enough. Like you would never see underneath. He would just be Doctor Doom.
It would just be Doctor Doom, like the cartoonified version.
Kinda, yeah, more so the cartoonified version of Doctor Doom than anything.
Probably more of a faithful adaptation of the comic book character than the actual movies.
Correct. That's what I was going for.
Yeah. Good stuff. All right.
Yeah.
I threw my list together last minute, extremely last minute.
Very last minute.
Yeah, not too much thought went into this, but I hope you guys like it. So, my base 8. Starting off strong with Dr. Manhattan from the Watchmen series. He would definitely be like the Superman, the, kind of big, strong flyer. I don't know. That's really all there is to him.
That's fair.
But then here's the fun one that I had, and it's Ben 10.
Benjamin Tennyson, yeah.
Benjamin Tennyson, where every single move he just straight up will transform into a different character. Some mechanic where you can basically choose or prolong, maybe even like skins. You could just go with base Ben Tennyson, who transforms and then turns back immediately, or you can scroll over to the other skins and choose like a specific alien to play as, something like that.
Maybe it could be kind of like a Pokemon trainer thing.
Yeah, almost like a Pokemon trainer thing where you can kind of sort of pick and choose.
Is that thing called the Omnitrix? Is that right?
Yeah, the Omnitrix, yeah.
Kevin 11?
You say Kevin 11? I remember Kevin 11.
11?
I never watched the show. Like, I honestly kind of thought Ben 10 was a little dumb, but I do know a little bit about it.
I saw bits and pieces.
Yeah, bits and pieces.
He's cool. It's cool. It'd be fun. Next up is just musical theater nerd. I chose Audrey 2, the singing man-eating plant from Little Shop of Horrors, and I just kind of sort of think it would be like the piranha plant from Smash Bros.
Yeah.
Just inside of a little pot and hopping around, smacking people with vines and biting them. And the other one was kind of sort of inspired by the image that I see in our Discord server, and I chose the red Bionicle, specifically the red Bionicle.
That's awesome.
Nice.
Yeah, just needed someone with a sword, and I think he has a shield. No,
I can't remember. He's got he's got like the fire sword though.
Yes. After that, kind of along the lines of, having just these very violent and scary characters in these children's fighting games, I chose the Queen Alien from the Alien franchise. So, yeah,
nice.
Just, big, tanky, kind of Ripley-esque.
Yeah.
Which is funny because Ripley, character, or whatever.
Very funny, Bailey.
Yeah, no one caught that, but great. Anyway, moving on. The Grim Reaper from Billy and Mandy.
Grim.
Yeah, I love that.
We just needed a fun cartoon character in there to play as.
Bailey, did you ever play the there was a Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy, like Brawler style.
For the Wii? I have it. Yeah. I have it. It's like literally sitting right behind me on the shelf.
Hold on. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah,
you guys can hear me still? Okay, cool. My USB thing just popped up. It's like, this USB is not recognized. Oh, I know what it is. It's my speakers.
Yeah, that was a fun game. I remember that.
On Switch. Okay. You can still hear me, right?
Sir.
Good. All right. My computer decided to be weird. Next up, I went with the Dovahkiin from Skyrim. And yeah, so it was just kind of like, skins. It could just be the same Dovahkiin. Yeah, Fus Ro Dah. It could just be the same, like, iron helmet and studded armor, steel sword, branded iron shield. But if you go through the skins, it could like change
Yeah.
gender, it could change the
Armor.
race, that kind of thing. Maybe even a little bit of the armor. I think it would
That'd
be
be
cool to have something like that. That'd be a complicated character.
Rah!
And then finally, I chose Jinx from Arcane / League of Legends.
I
just
thought
needed
you were
Totally
gonna
just
someone-
say.
not Pokemon.
I thought I was like,
no.
ooh,
Jinx!
bad choice, Bailey.
It's like, oh no, Bailey really wants to get
The color
canceled this show.
corrected Jinx.
No, from Arcane League of Legends. I needed someone who had explosives and big guns, so I figured might as well throw them in. So
Fair.
that's my base 8.
Right. All right.
Not bad for
Not bad for
Yeah,
on
for
the
last
fly.
minute.
prep
Yeah.
time. There you go. Yeah. Well, like in the original Smash Brothers, so you start with the base 8 roster, and then you unlock 4 other characters as you go. So next would be our 4 bonus characters. My first bonus character is Bender Bending Rodriguez from
Yes.
Futurama.
That's awesome.
Seems like a strong pick. Plus, John DiMaggio's voice is just.
Did they get him for Jake? It sounds like it's him.
I think so. It does. It sounds pretty close.
I don't know if they got the same voice actor for Finn and he's just older, because it kind of sounds like him, but he's just older,
Yeah.
or if it's just a knockoff voice actor. I can't tell.
I'm not sure. I feel like they did, because I know they got the actual Shaggy.
Yeah.
And stuff.
I heard they got the live action Shaggy.
Yeah, I think. Really?
Yeah, I heard that, like, from the live action movies. I heard they got him to voice this one.
Oh.
That's what one of the Van Hizzles told me.
Interesting. But yeah, Bender. He's got stretchy arms. He's a criminal. He can burp fire, drink booze. He's got a shiny metal ass. There's so much dorky, weird things that he does. He becomes God at one point. So, I feel like there's a lot of potential with Bender there. I feel like that's like a guy that like needs to be in a fighting game. Too.
Yeah, seriously, that would be.
It's crazy that he
great.
hasn't.
They need a slightly
So-
more mature fighting game, and it could happen. I mean, they're putting possibly Rick and Morty in this Warner Brothers game. That's
Well,
a bit
I
more
mean,
mature.
they got Arya in there
That's
too
true.
from
That's true.
Game of Thrones, and her thing is slitting people's throats and killing. One guy, she kills all of his kids and cooks them into a pie and then feeds it to him and then kills
Yeah.
him. Like,
I mean,
so-
they've also got LeBron James, who's
LeBron
in
James.
Space Jam 2.
LeBron James.
The worst crime anyone could commit.
Whatever, dude. Space Jam 2 is good.
It's fine.
No.
It's not as good as this, but it's fine.
It's not as good as Sing 2, but it is a good sequel. Space Jam 2. They had some weird stuff in Space Jam. Like, they had freaking Clockwork Orange guys in Space Jam, and that's a movie about,
They
like,
had
raping
Algae
and murdering
Rhythm
people.
Space Jam
yeah.
too.
Yeah,
Weird.
Algae Rhythm. He's the one responsible for all the shit going down at Warner Brothers. That's what I guarantee.
He
R.I.P.
made
Batgirl.
Multiversus.
Yeah, he did. Algae Rhythm. What a great name. My
Thank
next.
you, Algae Rhythm, and fuck you.
Thank you. My next character is John Wick. John Wick must have. I felt like I didn't have any like rangy people. I guess Nanosaur has a cannon, but like it's John Wick. Like also, there's only like one John Wick game, and it's like a turn-based strategy game. I'm like, that's not what the world needs. The world needs a John Wick game where you're shooting people in the
We're
head,
just
and
murdering people. Yeah.
killing people with books and pencil. Like, yeah, I mean,
That
what it
man, they
needs.
made that. Whoa.
Ooh, like a Hitman game, except with John Wick, basically.
Right.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
There's tremendous potential there. Bunch of guns, good hand-to-hand combat. He would be just hella fun to play as.
Definitely.
My next character, in my head, sort of like my basis for this game, was that the main, the main character of the game was going to be my Dipper and Mabel, and what was going to like set off like the cracks in the multiverse was the bad guy from Gravity Falls. His name's Bill Cipher. So that was going to be my next character, was Bill Cipher. basically in Gravity Falls, if you've not seen it, he's essentially trying to merge the universes essentially and create what he calls Weird Mageddon, and basically like bring all of his monster friends to Earth so they can like destroy the Earth and have like a big party or whatever. That's the gist of it. But it seemed like that was maybe where the multiverse could come from in this game. So my next character was Bill Cipher, who is basically like a floating Illuminati triangle eye guy. And he's got all sorts of crazy powers and stuff. So main villain of the game. And then my last, I was like, what's another just like totally weird ass pick that I could put in here that truly makes this multiversal? And I know Caleb will appreciate this one for sure. The last bonus character on my roster is Jeremy Wade from River Monsters.
Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah.
Fishon. Just, I would spam that character so much.
Absolutely.
In
my head, he uses his reel as a weapon, and he can like catch and yeet people around.
That's funny.
I also have this in mind where he can like summon different fish, like he can like summon like a there's the one episode where there's like the giant stingray, and he could like slide on the giant stingray, or like
I'm imagining his like final smash being like him just pointing and just a wave of all kinds of fish just take over the stage and like smash into everyone.
Goliath tigerfish just chomping on a gooch.
That's so funny.
Oh no.
Yeah. So Jeremy Wade, Lake Kellner.
Shout out.
Just that was.
He's still down there.
That guy. Yeah, he'll be back someday.
He'll be back when it rains again.
So fish on for my final on my roster there.
That's great. That is quite the roster. That's excellent. Okay, well, on to me. My bonus unlockable characters. My first one is Wreck-It Ralph from Wreck-It Ralph.
I'm gonna wreck it.
Yeah, I mean he's fun. I imagine him almost as like a maybe DK character. Just a big smashy kind of character. Not too heavy, but I mean he's pretty big, so maybe he would be a little bit more heavy. I don't know. But yeah, Wreck-It Ralph, that's a pretty good movie. Do you guys like the second one?
Yeah.
No.
Okay. See, I was kind of in the middle. The first one was good. The second one, eh.
I enjoyed it when I watched it the first time, and then I watched it again, and I just went, I don't think it's as good the more you watch it. I don't know. It's one of those weird movies where the more that you watch it, you just like it less and less. Because it reminds you of the Emoji Movie, and it makes you very upset.
Well, everybody knows you hate the Emoji Movie, Bailey, but it doesn't make you cool.
I know it doesn't make me cool. It makes me correct.
No, the Emoji Movie and the Pixels movie are both solid movies.
Pixels is solid. I did watch that actually somewhat recently. It's fun. Genuine laughs came out of me. Anyways, my next character, Zach, you sort of already talked about him a little bit, is Agent 47 from Hitman.
Is that a Disney property?
It's under the Fox.
It's under Fox banner.
Oh, Jesus.
So
Christ.
it's in there. Yeah, Agent 47, absolutely. And his skins are literally limitless because he can disguise as anybody. So you can have him like a chef outfit or a freaking policeman, a janitor outfit. Yeah, you can do all the different outfits for Agent 47 there.
Ooh, he could just be disguised as like other characters, like very shoddily, wearing their outfits.
Just like a shoddy like Mario, just like other characters from other franchises too.
He's got the fake mustache on and everything.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah, so next is Caesar from Planet of the Apes. I wanted to get Caesar in there. No.
Why is that not a sound clip on your
That should
soundboard?
be. That would be a good one. I'll have to get that in there. It should. That would definitely be a good one. But yeah, Caesar from Planet of the Apes, absolutely just violent. I mean, you've seen those movies. They're scary. They make those freaking monkeys scary. What is his name? Koba? I think in the first one, that guy scared me. Yeah, absolutely scared me.
In the second one, I think.
Is he the second one? Okay, yeah. But he's in the first one though, right?
Yeah, yeah.
He
he
just
still
okay.
is.
Yeah. Koba.
He's not a villain yet.
I
Right,
never
he's
watched
just-
the third one.
I don't think I did either.
I've seen the first two. But
Yeah, first one was really good, really good.
Third one's a good conclusion. It's not
the
as
one
good
with
as the
Woody
first
Harrelson
two.
in it.
Yeah.
You'll have to watch that. And my last character is Bob from Bob's Burgers.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I wanted to get
There
another
it
little
is.
funny guy in there. And who other than Bob's Burgers? And I don't know. I just pictured his smash. It's just something like his entire family just comes in, and I don't really know what happens, but I wanted them all to be in his final smash or whatever, and just
There you go.
just beat the
I'm just
car out of people.
imagining, like Linda's just running around, like I don't know what she's doing. She's doing everything.
She's a sexy
Gene.
hamburger.
There it is. She's sexy hamburger. Gene
Gene's
is over
playing
there,
his
just
thing.
like playing an instrument. Louise is just like throwing. Let's just say she's throwing grenades, and there's because she would. And there's like Tina just like doing the gif of her like twerking over on the side,
That would be good.
just destroying everything anyway.
Yeah, that would be good. But yeah, those would
Bob's
be my
Burgers, maybe.
4 unlockables. What'd you say?
So the Bob's Burgers movie was fun.
Yeah,
I thought it was
liked
just
it.
okay.
I liked it.
I'm not a big
I've heard
fan of
people who,
musical
like-
numbers though, so that's probably why.
I've heard people who like the show and watch it religiously were not big fans of it because they just felt like it was a longer episode and it wasn't really like
Kinda.
I think
kind of like a
basically,
big
I don't know.
event.
It's like the Simpsons movie too. It's just like
But there was something pretty crazy happening in The Simpsons though.
Yeah, the Simpsons one was like stakes, like everyone was about to die, which is like
stakes with air
pretty
quotes, but-
big. Whereas like the Bob's Burger thing is just like the restaurant could close.
and they could get murdered.
Well, that happened eventually, but they're also that happens every other week for them. People try to murder them pretty regularly on the show.
I
if
just
remember.
I felt like the musical numbers went on a little too long. There were too many of them. I'm okay with
You didn't
one
like
here and
Lucky Ducks. You didn't like Lucky Ducks. Are you kidding me?
there. I don't know. It was just
A
man.
good one.
I love the
I
show.
like
though.
the
show's
musical
great.
numbers. I like the musical numbers, and Bob's Burgers, the movie, classifies as better than the Batman. So
Fair.
Well, speaking of quality, let's move on to my bonus list.
Okay.
oof.
All right. So first up, for all of the right-wing incels out there, I decided to put Rorschach from Watchmen as an unlockable character.
Not familiar.
Okay.
You're not familiar
He's got
with
the
Rorschach?
mask.
He's got the
He
mask
just
that
wears
changes.
a mask.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. I know what that
Yeah,
is.
he's all like, I eat a sandwich on top of a building, and the sandwich represents the corporate greed of America. Or he's just like one of those guys.
All right.
He's stupid. Anyway, he's on there because I needed another sneaky guy. And then next up we got Jackie Chan from the Jackie Chan
Oh,
animated
heck
series.
yeah. That's awesome.
Solid choice.
Yeah, kind of similarly to, like Ben 10, even some of the other stuff that we've mentioned. He can, like, use the animal power totem things.
Like the
You know,
Shulk
they were
thing.
collect- Yeah, kind of like Shulk. But he can do that, so, he
That would be
unlocks
awesome.
the... What is it, the rabbit one? He can start running faster and that kind of thing.
I like that.
So, we got that. Next up is my boy Cthulhu. He'll be a much smaller size, capable of fighting, but just causing havoc. He's just gonna be a big boy up there and just making me proud. Good big boy. And then to close it all out, I decided to go with the most overpowered character in all of fiction, Jesus.
John Cena.
The other JC. Yeah. And she's got
you
the
have two
powers of
JCs.
Jesus.
Jackie Chan, Jesus Christ.
Jackie Chan, Jesus Christ.
Have you guys heard of that fighting game where you I think it's called Fight of let me look. Fight of Gods. Have you heard of that?
No.
It's it was like I've got it pulled up here. It's like an indie game made in like Taiwan by like this Taiwanese developer or whatever, and it's just like a Mortal Kombat style fight game. Like, but you fight as like major world religious figures.
Oh,
Like
I see Jesus on here and Moses.
the fighting roster is Amaterasu, Anubis, Athena, Eliar, Buddha, Freya, Wan Gong, Jesus, Lamia, Mazu, Moses, Odin, Santa Claus, Sif, Susanu, Tudagong, and Zeus. Like you could play as like
That's funny.
yeah.
I've not heard of that. That's funny.
Apparently it sucks, but
Oh, well.
It sounds
Unfortunately.
so amazing.
It does,
Then you
though.
just
It does
say,
sound
I
amazing.
Let's
love
read the
the
reviews.
idea.
Right.
And Jesus, look, if you just look it up, Jesus has like the broken arms of the cross like strapped to his wrists as like fists and shields and stuff.
What the hell?
Oh yeah, he does. Yeah, he's got
This
the
is
crown
That's
on him.
amazing.
That is so wild.
Yeah, that's.
It's got a
Oh,
9 out of
God.
10 on Steam though.
I wonder if that's just for the memes.
It's
I was
gotta be
about to say-
because
I was about to say there's one
is
one
this-
review.
Is this on? It's literally on the Switch. No way.
Is it
I
on the
didn't-
Switch in the United States?
I don't know, but there's a Nintendo Live review 2 out of 10. It's listed on Switch, PS4, and
Oh,
PC. Bro,
I'm sorry.
if
You
it's
just,
not
like,
expensive
glossed
and I
over
can
the
get it,
2 out of 10.
I will literally buy it just to try
Out
it
of the
out.
Gods, Nintendo Switch. I'm on the official Nintendo store looking at it right now.
It's there.
It is $12.99.
Okay, it's not that bad. That's
Oh
not
my
budget
God.
breaking. That's so funny.
No,
I might
don't
do it.
actually try this.
Oh God.
That's so funny.
Oh heavens!
That's funny. I don't know
We
whose
need to
turn
move
it
on
is.
to stages. We need to move
Yes.
on to stages.
Bailey with his non-controversial pick here. Okay, I'll go do my stages here. My first stage is New York / Planet Express.
Nice.
I pictured it as kind of like a moving stage.
Yep.
Those are some that I really like in Smash Brothers. Kind of like zoom around through the little tubes that they have there, and maybe finish at Planet Express. Like start somewhere, end on Planet Express, fight on the roof, or fight inside Planet Express.
Cool.
I just think that that's just like a very colorful, kooky looking city, and it would be like a cool environment.
Yeah, that would be cool.
My next one is Smart House from the Disney Channel original movie Smart House.
Oh yeah.
It's, I mean, it looks like a regular old house, except there's the crazy AI lady there that can like make tornadoes and junk.
Who I think is the voice of. Why can't I think of her name? Futurama, the Cyclops lady.
Layla?
Leela, yeah. I'm pretty sure that's
Really?
her. You might have to double check, but I think I knew that.
Yeah, shit, you're right. Look at
Yeah.
you. Smart guy there, yeah.
Thank you.
So, smart house. I pictured it as just like flat, like one of the courses that doesn't have a ledge. You can only knock them off up or like off the sides. Like you can't actually fall down.
Right.
There's a couple of those.
I like that.
My next stage was Jurassic Park.
Oh, that's awesome.
Another moving course would be my idea on this one, like kind of like how they ride in the jeeps were supposed to be on the rails.
Oh, yeah.
You would just travel through the park, and it would like stop at certain exhibits. So you would like stop, and then like part of the gimmick I had was like for the T-Rex exhibit, like there would be like a chance for the T-Rex to show up, but like how in the original movie, like they go there and like the goat's standing there, and the kids are like, "Man, where is the T-Rex?" And it doesn't. So like randomly, the T-Rex could appear when you get to that part.
Oh, that's cool.
So that was my idea, and you could like interact with the different dinosaurs depending on where you were. And then I felt like every stage or every game sort of needs. I really liked like the Final Destination, like just a flat competitive course, basically. So for mine, I was like, what would be a cool one? And I picked the Tournament of Power Arena from Dragon Ball Super.
Nice.
Basically, it's like just a big circle dome. There's circle top. It literally looks like a top.
Yeah.
And you're fighting on the top of the top. So it's cool looking, and I wanted something that was kind of Final Destination-y, so I went with that one.
Right. I guess that would be now my turn for my stages. So yeah, my stages starting off is the Death Star. I
Nice.
figured you could kind of be in the, I guess, docking bay of the Death Star, and you could kind of like see out into space. And I figured like you could maybe see ships coming and going. You could possibly see a battle outside, so like it's not just plain space out there.
Cool.
Yeah, you'd see stuff going on. You'd be fighting kind of in the docking bay area of the Death Star. And then my next stage is the Black Pearl. So you'd be on the Black Pearl, on like the top of the Black Pearl. And I figured it could be like kind of the same thing, like where you would see a whole fight of ships out there. I figured it could kind of be, I want to say, is it at World's End, where there's like that big old whirlpool,
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and so like you'd be kind of going on that, and like possibly you could get hit by random cannonballs from other ships
There you go.
that fly in and possibly hit you there and stuff like that. So that would be one thing. My next course is Wakanda. I figured it would be like that kind of more flat field where they're fighting in an Infinity War, and there's like all the
Oh yeah.
Thanos people, and so like there would be like a war going on in the background, and you could maybe
That's
see like
cool.
different Marvel characters appear in the background fighting the people in the background and stuff like that. So that would be Wakanda there for the next stage, and then my final stage would be the Up House from Up with all the balloons. It
Yeah.
would be like you'd have like kind of like you could get on the roof, and then you could kind of get like on the porch deck area. There'd be two different levels, and it would kind of be like a moving course as well. You would be kind of flying around the world, and like maybe different things would like fly onto the screen that you can like jump onto, that would like planes and stuff like that would fly by and stuff like that. And
From the movie Planes.
Sure, yeah, if you wanted to connect it all, yeah, you could. But yeah, so that would obviously travel around, since it would be on the balloons and everything. And I don't know if it would be a thing, but maybe you could like even like interact with the balloons and like take some of the balloons and use them as like an item or something. But
Oh yeah.
yeah, so that would be my final course there, the Up House.
Nice.
Nice. I went with for my stage just basic New York alleyway. Just it kind of fits with a lot of the characters that I've already chosen. Just something very generic. And then I decided to do my traveling stage, the one that kind of like moves across everything. I made it Matanui, which is the Bionicle Island. So you go to
Nice.
all the different elemental planes and stuff like that, and then it ends in like the volcano. Um, Next up, I just chose Atlantis, just an underwater stage that might have like some effects, like Atlantis rises up, and you're able to run around just fine. If it goes underwater, then you move slower.
Hmm.
And then my final stage is the Nostromo, or in front of the space jockey from Alien or whatever.
That's cool.
So just something like that. It's just one of those, like an alien spaceship level, so it's kind of like confined and claustrophobic like it is in the movie. So those are my stages.
Very well done, good sir. Very
Good
well
sir.
done. That's quite. Last but not least, we had items. I tried to like think of like, well, what are some items that I like in Smash? Like, and I kind of wanted to have like a variety. So one item that I had was a bludger from Harry Potter.
Ooh,
I just kind of like the chaos of that one. Like you can just grab it and throw it, and then it just starts zooming around the stage, hitting whatever is closest.
that's cool. I like that.
So it kind of has some potential to damage you as well, but seem a little crazy. I wanted it to have a ranged weapon, so I picked the Needler from Halo. I've never been a huge Halo fan, but I know that that's a pretty iconic gun. I could see it be, it's fast and it needles people. Like I could see it being kind of obnoxious to just kind of.
I thought, wasn't there a gun from Time Splitters that was also called the Needler, and like it bounced around, like you'd shoot it and it like the lasers would bounce all over the course. You know what I'm talking
Does
about?
sound familiar.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know if it was actually called the Needler, but I thought of that when you said that.
So yeah, Needler from Halo. My next is one of Caleb's all-time favorite video game items or weapons, and that is Wind Shear from Skyrim. As
Yeah.
my close-up.
There we
You can
go.
hit them, and it's got the tint, and you know how you can just spam
Flinch.
with Wind Shear and make them flinch.
Oh yeah.
So
OP.
it, like on this, I figured like maybe Wind Shear could have like a 10% chance to guarantee a shield break or something.
Oh yeah.
You know, as kind of like to have that Wind Shear element there.
It's cool.
Then my last one, I personally feel kind of proud of this idea here. I really love the item in Smash that's like Kirby's giant gun, where you like gather all the
Oh
pieces.
yeah, yeah.
So my idea for I wanted to do something with pieces. Mine was gathering the 5 pieces of Exodia, and once you get all 5 pieces of Exodia, maybe not like an instant win, but you get like an instant KO
Instant
of everyone
KO.
on the
That's
screen or something like that.
awesome. That's so
And like you
funny.
get all 5, and he just comes and just boom.
Obliterate.
So those were my Exodia obliterate. Why is Exodia not in Fight of Gods? Like,
Right, yeah, for real.
oh
That's funny. That's a good
yeah.
one. You've
So,
got quite the game there. So
so
interesting.
yeah, it's weird.
It is weird, but I'd play it. I'd play the heck out of it. My items. I don't know if you remember. Do you remember the fish from PlayStation All Stars, Zach?
Yeah.
It's like not quite a home run, but it's just a really crazy slapper. It does a lot of damage. It sends them flying, and it's just probably like the best weapon in that game. So kind of to that nature, I suppose, I'm having a spatula from Bob's Burgers just as an
Nice.
item. Yeah. So yeah, I would kind of have that same slapper effect right there. That would just just send them flying and stuff like that. My next item is Iron Man's boosters. I figured it would probably be like the hand, so you'd like get his hand little boosters, and so you could hover with them.
Oh, yeah.
You could shoot little photon waves with them, and they last, as long as like I guess probably be some sort of like fuel meter, and so like you hover with it and it slowly drains. You shoot with it, it slowly drains, and eventually it'll break. So that was one item there. I also wanted a ranged item, and so I went with the E11 blaster from Star Wars, like the standard Stormtrooper blaster, as a weapon in there. It's currently a weapon in Fortnite, so it was definitely fresh off that. So I definitely kind of stole that, but I figured it would be a great little ranged blaster weapon. And then I wanted originally like a sort of invincibility star type thing, but I ended up going with something similar but a little bit different. I went with the genie lamp from Aladdin, and so
Okay.
what it does is if you get it, it does a random thing, and it does one of two. Or it does one of these several things. You can either become invincible, so that like the star. It could give you a extra life, so a 1-up. It
Nice.
would fully charge your ultimate meter, because I said that I wanted to have like 3 ultimates, so it would fully charge that to your max ultimate, or the genie would come out and act as an assist trophy for like a certain amount of time and fight
That's a
with
cool
you.
idea.
Yeah. Just
I-
like
I-
random every time you pick it up.
I almost did something similar to that. I almost did the instead of the Exodia, I almost did like the 7 Dragon Balls,
Oh, that would
and then like you would get like a random perk. Essentially, was a thought
be
that I
good.
had.
Yeah.
Yeah. So my items that I chose RV keys from Ben 10. Basically, they travel around an RV, and it just summons the RV. And I don't know what I want it to do. It could like just drive across the stage and crash into everyone because it does that a lot in the show. Or Grandpa could step out and just start blasting. And then the other item, I chose the face hugger egg, where you throw it at someone and a face hugger just jumps out and starts like draining their life.
Gross.
Yeah, really gross. Then I chose the Ogma Infinium from Skyrim. It's one of the Daedric artifacts, but it summons Maes Mora, who's the giant tentacly eyebally one, and he just kind of starts opening up portals and stabbing at people and stuff. God bless it. And then finally, I chose the Bionicle Mask of Light, and it is an invincibility thing where you put it on and you were just golden and invincible for a temporary amount of time.
That's
Golden
awesome.
Bionicle.
Yep.
Lots of Bionicle love this past few
Yeah,
weeks.
Bionicle and Ben 10 and for Beta. Yeah.
Quite the theme there.
Might as well.
Bionicles are cool. Caleb, you found that one Golden Knight show.
Oh yeah, the Mystic Quest of, I don't even know how to pronounce that.
It's like based off of like Irish folklore.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Very weird. And I didn't know it was Fox based, but yeah, they canned it so they could give more time to. Was it Power Rangers?
Was it Power Rangers? And they wanted to use the money to make a Digimon dub.
Digimon dub. That's funny.
Yeah.
Back in the day. Yeah, I don't know how the heck I had never heard of that show, and yet somehow we had that action figure.
Yeah.
Weird.
Weird stuff indeed. Well, I think those all sound like some pretty fun games.
Oh yeah.
Multiverses, good time. I don't know. Yeah, there's a bunch of other characters that end up in Multiverses. I sent Caleb like a whole list of like all rumored Multiverses characters. There was
I saw you said they canceled Harry Potter or something like that, or scrapped it.
when I was looking at like the rumored leaked characters. Is that like they were gonna have some Harry Potter characters in there, or they found like Harry Potter characters like in the data, but they think that they like scrapped them. But some of the characters were Arvin the Martian, Fred Flintstone, Godzilla, King Kong, Scorpion, Sub-Zero, Emmett from the Lego Movie, Samurai Jack as a possible character would be cool.
Awesome.
So it's a fun game. I'm sure I'll play it for a bit longer, but since it doesn't have all that offline stuff, I don't know.
It's hard.
It's not really holding us.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just
like
waiting.
they needed to have an arcade mode. Like I thought that was so bizarre. Like all of them have that.
Yeah, just a simple
I
arcade ladder.
I almost get more joy out of just watching the trailer for Multiverses and thinking of like the possibilities for like, you know, that subspace emissary kind of like story mode. I'm just like, this would be fun to see these characters team up with each other, or
yeah, and they even took the time to get voice actors and stuff too.
Yeah,
I really thought they could.
Yeah. Oh well,
yeah,
I'm sure it'll come out through the beta, hopefully.
Yeah, I'm hoping the beta maybe adds arcade mode and offline more. So.
Yeah,
certainly be something to look forward to. I'm mostly just waiting for freaking God of War Ragnarok to come out. That's the game that I want. It's been kind of a weak year for video games, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But Pokemon coming soon.
Oh yeah,
God of War coming soon.
That new Pokemon news.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you already hate the crystal things. I just know that much, Caleb. And the legendaries are freaking motorcycles.
Well, one of them is a motorcycle.
Pokemon 5Ds.
Yeah.
One of them is a motorcycle. The other one is just a lizard that runs around and swims and doesn't actually use the tires.
Well,
they both have tires. I've seen it.
I know, but they don't use the tires, is what I've seen. Like, the future one does, but not the past one.
It's all just a little weird.
Well, I think that will end it for today. Next week, I don't know. Maybe we'll do our Dragon Ball movies, since Dragon Ball Superhero comes out very soon.
I am seeing that on Saturday.
I think I have tickets the Friday that it comes out, so very excited.
I will not be seeing it because I'm not really a Dragon Ball fan.
Is your poo-poo?
Big disappoint.
Bingo.
Okay, well, enjoy your lives. Play our games, or give us funding to make these games.
Yeah,
that would be interesting. That would be a litigious nightmare.
Oh, definitely.
Give us money.
Yeah, that too. Maybe just give us money instead. All right. Well, goodbye. Farewell.